I had some other questions from another person based on diet and recommendations for diet. They've been a long-time listener. They were also quite aware of your favourites in terms of foods, from basic orange juice to your constant advocation of carrots, grated carrots, and coffee for B vitamins. In terms of general nutrition, I just wanted to recap for those people that maybe haven't listened too much before, but in terms of calories for a female, what would you rate as being generally acceptable calories for relatively sedentary type work, just so we can understand those people that perhaps if they look at their food caloric intake, they'll probably recognize they're getting far too many calories, and what is actually realistic to burn in somebody's healthy metabolism versus the calories they're getting from food. So what do you think is a caloric intake for a female?
2,000 is a ballpark.
Okay.
But you can be very sedentary and still burn close to 3,000. And some people can be moderately active and get along on 1,700. And lots of people now are hypothyroid enough that they can move around with just ordinary daily activity and still gain weight on 700 or 800 calories.
Wow.
So you really have to look at your metabolic rate.
And also if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, I know when I was full-time breastfeeding, I think I probably ate 3,000 a day.
And didn't gain weight?
No, and maintained weight.
Yeah. Okay, how about proteins in terms of someone's intake for a female, for example?
The military did a big study on people mostly of military age in their 20s, both men and women of all the different sizes that are in the military, and found that to do just ordinary work, office work or whatever, both men and women needed at least 100 grams of good protein every day.
Right.
But you see lots of people getting by on 25 or 30 grams. And I've known people always with pretty serious symptoms who were getting only 20 or even less grams per day.
Right. Now, you'd expect things like tissue repair to be poor, muscle mass obviously not to be in evidence, and difficulty maintaining skin, nails, hair, that kind of thing with low protein intake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's hard if you're a meat eater. You could say, oh, it's easy, but then you don't want to eat that much meat. You don't want to be eating meat 3 times a day. It's too much meat intake. So then you really have to rely on eggs, which you can't eat any more than 2 eggs a day because they contain some PUFA. And so then you're left with dairy. So really, I think dairy is the primary source of protein that's healthy for people to be getting.
Yeah, well, I know you advocate gelatin a lot in terms of protein content and
yeah, but that's not going to make up to 100 grams of protein
no.
when 1 8-ounce glass of milk has 8 grams.
Okay.